Now, there's a lot of people that know things about Lord Dundurn that consider themselves experts. I consider myself an expert on the history of Lord Dundurn, but there's one man who supersedes them all, a man who I know quite well, a man that I thought would be appropriate since we are studying a great man from the past. Well, this is a great man of the past, my twin brother, Eric Stevensin. So, Eric, I'd like to ask you a few questions about Lord Dundurn's military career. There was one great battle, a battle that has been renowned through the ages. Could you explain a little bit about this battle?
No, Rick, why don't we tell them about the fact that you left us. You left the family, you left us alone. You left Mom when she was dying, and you didn't even come to her funeral. How about that, Rick? Why don't we talk about that? Why don't we talk about that part of the past? You scared to talk about something real?
Now, before we go any further, let me remind you of something. Something that relates to why I brought you here today. You remember when we were younger, we used to play at Dundurn Castle with our wooden swords. You being the noble knight, me being the evil lord. And each time, in the end of the story, the hero would always win, the good would always win, and that was always you. I always let you win, but it's because I thought you were a hero. You were my hero. You know, it was weird having an identical twin brother. People used to mix us up. It was tough. And when I ran away, I lied to myself. I said it was because of my ego, because I wanted to be the big man. You know, the big man out of the old steel town that really made himself something. But the reality is, I was running away from the fact that I didn't feel like I was my own person. I always lived in your shadow, and it hurt. It hurt a lot. But I'm ready to move on from that. And what I always think back to is when we played that game, when I was the knight and you were the hero. Because I need a hero right now. I need you to be the hero from my past, because I'm talking about a person from our past, both our pasts, the past of this country. And I need you to be the hero that tells us why that man is so great. And we both know, but I need you to tell them. And if we can just put down this thing between us, this wall, just for a moment, maybe we can do something great. Imagine that. Out of all this pain, that we do something great.
You're right, Rick. You're right. You know what? Lord Dundurn was a great man, and I think both of us, we always wanted to be a little bit like him. So I will tell you about the Battle of Hog's Bay. At 7:15 a.m., November 21st, 1552, the American attackers came sweeping along the eastern shores of Burlington Bay, working their way west through gale force winds. Lord Dundurn's men were ready. They came sweeping along the bay, parallel to the southern invaders' fleet. The attackers used the wind to sweep toward the shore, curving their way back toward the middle of the bay in an arching motion. Lord Dundurn's men did the same, sweeping toward the middle of the bay, bombarding the American ships with cannon fire. Lord Dundurn's men were relentless in their pursuit. They paralleled the retreat route of the American fleet, the battle coming to a head at the mouth of the Burlington Bay, seamen thrashing, dying in the frigid waters of Lake Ontario. This was the Battle of Hog's Bay, a battle that helped Canada maintain its sovereignty and solidified Lord Dundurn as one of the most well-endowed tacticians in Canadian naval history.